Hello everyone, my name is Bruce Lucas, and in this video we want to talk about how to secure your WordPress website. WordPress already forms about 42 to 60% of the websites you find on the internet. So it means it's a very important application used to build websites. So in this video, we're looking at the blueprint of how to harden that creative work and keep hackers away. Now, the invisible threat is the fact that every website you design using WordPress, from the moment you finish designing that website, you would notice that traffic starts coming to the website. Even when you've not launched, traffic starts coming to the website because a lot of people are snooping over the web. So web designers must prioritize security from day one. Let's stop handing out vulnerable websites to clients after we build. Let's stop being a playground for hackers. So let's step in the video and see the top 5 ways we can secure our website from hackers. The very first is the hosting and server level. Where are you hosting this website? That's a very important loophole that can get hackers into your website. So the first recommendation is to use managed hosting like WP Engine, Kingstar for isolated environment, or reputable shared and VPS hosting companies like Liana. Liana.ng is one of the hosting companies that provide end-to-end security for things like WordPress websites and applications. Then you have SSL. SSL certificates, yes, they provide security, but you need to make sure that from the beginning of launching that site, it is already enabled, right? So every data transit from your website is secure. Implement DNS level WAF like Cloudflare. So CDNs like Cloudflare help provide another level of security, especially when you put it behind their firewall, right? The next is to ensure that you're using the latest version of PHP. So WordPress is built with PHP. And if you finish launching your website and you're using an older version of PHP, there's a high chance that there are vulnerabilities with that older version that the hackers can take advantage of. So the first part is hosting and server level security of the website. The next is authentication hardening. People still deploy websites using admin as the username. That's the very hacking 101 for WordPress. That's the very first thing. In brute force attack, you use admin or use admin password. So once you get admin as the username right, it's easy to put up a word list and break the password and get in. Then another thing is two-factor authentication. There are simple applications that help you achieve two-factor authentication in WordPress, especially at that login level. So when you are about to log in, it either asks you for a Google 2FA, so you can use Google Authenticator, or you can also use simple plugins that helps you put in another code or another factor of authentication. SMS, email verification. There are other ways to create two-factor authentication for your WordPress login. Then limit login. So in cases where they can have brute force attacks, where they can try multiple passwords and see which password works, that can be mitigated when you limit the amount of login. So you can say, if you're trying out this username and password, if you try the first, the second, and the third time, it should block you off for another 10 minutes. That would not allow a hacker have a field day in a brute force attack. Then the next is custom URLs, because everybody uses WordPress. They know if you go to abc.com, you're going to the front end of the website. And if you go to abc.com/wp-admin, you're going to the back end. That is the reason why you shouldn't leave your back end unsecure. Make sure after you design your website or while you're designing the website, secure the back end by changing the back end URL. You can do that using simple plugins that WP Hide Login, ASE. There are plugins that can help you hide the back end URL so people cannot access it. That's number 2. Number 3, when that access or that brute force attack is done, or certain scripts are used to gain access to your WordPress site, or there's an upload button on your WordPress site, or there's a contact form and they are trying to have an injection using those forms, they try to edit files. So locking the dashboard and code editor not to be able to edit certain settings will not allow them have access to your website. So we have disable editing, permission, set 755 for folders and 644 for critical files that you don't want outsiders to have access to. Then change the database prefix. It should not just be WP, which is the default. So pretty much changing the default settings of WordPress makes it difficult for somebody to attack your website. Protect your configuration as well using .htaccess. Now, maintenance hygiene. Because WordPress is constantly updated, you might need to also follow the trends of constantly updating it. Look at the plugins, zero inactive rule. That makes sure that every plugin that contains exploitable code is already out of the system. As long as you're not using it, you're not updating it, it should not even be there in the first place. Something else that you should note is whenever you install a fresh installation of WordPress, what you would see is the themes. It comes with 2021, 2022, 2023. It might even come with 4 themes heading to 2026. Remove every other theme, only 2026 left, right? That should be your fallback theme before you install your own theme that you want to use to build the website. Have only one theme as the backup theme you can fall back to. Then auto update all the plugins, no null software. Oh, that's something that is difficult, right? Because a lot of people use cheap plugins or cheap themes, and then they want premium themes for free. So if you go to null websites, you start downloading null themes. Some of them have back end access to your website, and so it's not advisable. Some of them are clean, but please be careful about that. So legacy audit, remove any plugin that has not been updated in the last 12 months. I would say in the last 6 months, because you should be at least updating all your plugins within 6 months at least. So every plugin that is not updated in 6 months, please remove them from the system. These are maintenance and simple hygiene to keep the website strong. The next is backup and recovery. Please do not have a website without backups. It's so important in 2026 and in the future. Please do not have any website without a backup plan. So offsite storage helps you make sure that the website is on its part and your backups are out of where the website is located. So if anything happens on the website or on that server, you always have a backup. So simple things to do is to send your backup regularly to an email or send your backup to a cloud storage drive where you know the backup are constantly safe in that storage drive. Then high frequency, maintain daily schedules and standards of managing that website or securing that website or backing up that website, especially when you're dealing with a website that have constant updates, like a WooCommerce store. Those stores have sales every day. Setting a daily backup. So at worst case scenario, you're falling back to the previous day's sales, right? You can set hourly backup. So constant, every hour you have backups. You can keep 3 stages of backups. You can keep 5 stages of backups. And then restoration drill. Whoa, I've suffered this a lot. Yes, a lot before I started learning to do so. So setting up the backup is not enough. You have to, from time to time, check that you can restore that backup. A very nice way to do this without stressing your server resources is to download local WP. It's a software that you can download on your local system. So you create a website on the local system and just import that backup. If the backup imports smoothly, you know that you're safe. The next time you're trying it again in another week or in another month, try importing a latest backup and see if the backup imports smoothly, you are safe. Don't get caught up in the part that you have been doing backups and then you try to restore the backup when you have an issue and all the backups you have are not working. That's a very bad thing to experience. So some recommendations that I'll have for you in tools and plugins that you could use is all-in-one security tools, which is like Wordfence security or Solid security. Solid security is simpler to use, so you might really love using Solid security. So these are endpoint firewalls and deep malware scanning tools that help secure your website. They also have some settings that tweak and block file editing and so on. Performance focused Malcare is awesome. Manage backups, Updraft Plus or BlogVault. These are 2 great tools you could use. There are other ones, many others, but you can try these recommendations. Then to To harden your WordPress also, solid security, like I mentioned, is also a security tool, like in the first with Wordfence. Then you have admin and site enhancement. Now, this is a plugin I learned about, and I have not stopped using it at all. Why? Because the plugin helps you eradicate too many plugins. So if you want to hide your WordPress backend, it can do that for you instead of using WP Hide login. Now, if you want to handle file editing, limiting login, several security features, hiding the backend, posts, SMTP, there are many features that you would install multiple plugins for, but this particular one plugin helps handle all these things and then reduce the workload and the amount of plugins that you have on one website. Now, 80% risk mitigation. Following these 5 steps is a guarantee. It's sure to reduce your risk by 80%. So the only thing you'll be bothered about is the human factor next. That's the other 20%, the human factor, where access privileges of your website is put into consideration. So a pro tip for designers before I round up this video: when you hand over the site to a client, create another user account. Another user account means you have designed the site using a username that's an administrator, and then you want to create another login access that is an editor. So you can use a different mail as the administrator and then the site as an editor. Editor gives them the access to make updates to certain changes in the website, but not that big administrative access that can help them to actually ruin things in the website, or go allow privileges or allow settings that can create vulnerabilities to the website. This ensures that the website is safe and they don't have to call you over security issues as well. So finally, a beautiful website is only as good as its defense. So in 2026, security is no longer an optional add-on. It is the foundation of a professional design. Great hackers will still try every way to hack your website, but with these 5 steps, you would give them the toughest time ever, and the security of your website will meet a very high threshold. Thank you very much, and look forward to other videos like this on my channel. Cheers.